Welcome to the final extra video of Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires. In this one, I'm going to show off the edit character mode of this game, because the edit character mode is much more in depth in Dynasty Warriors 5 than what it is in Dynasty Warriors 4. And 6, a game I'll be playing later, ups the ante. Granted, you can't truly change your hair, your facial features. Well, you can, but they just have set facial features. And you can, of course, change your size. And you can actually change, and you can actually choose your gender and choose what kind of armor you have. But the thing is, the armor you get, one of two ways you're going to get the armor. First, you got to complete Empires mode, and that way all the armor would be unlocked. Second, you just gotta download the armor pieces you got from Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends onto here. Yes, Extreme Legends will allow you to create characters. Now, that's probably the only difference between this game and 6, and that's what makes 6 the better game. Of course, you have certain colors to choose from: red, yellow, blue, green, and white, and purple, signifying most of the forces that you will be facing. But all in all, well, let me go back in for a second, because I'm still trying to show off a few things. All in all, you can make your character as awesome or as primitive or as tribal as you want them to be. Hell, at least this game gives you more to work with it. 4 only had 4 models, 4 edit characters, and 4 models to choose from. Look at all the weird dresses you get just from unlocking this character. You can have your character looking as awkward as humanly possible or as cool as humanly possible. And of course, you can only have up to 10 created characters in one game. So now I'm also going to show off free mode today. But there's only one battle I'm going to be going through, and that's the one that I did not get to in Empires mode, because that would mean having to play through the entirety of Empires mode until that one particular battle appears, and that is the Battle of Yi Ling. Yes, this is an event battle that you can find between Divided Lands and the Flames of Chibi, and you have to be either Sun Quan or Liu Bei's forces. The fact remains that this battle is a event battle, but it's also one of my favorite battles. As a matter of fact, this particular battle is one of the best battles in Dynasty Warriors 4. It's kinda hard, but at the same time, it definitely gets you pumped up with one of the best themes in the game. Here it's no different. Although I don't like the lead-in battle of this, theme of this game, at least you still have a final fight to the death kind of feel for this particular battle. That's what makes this great. And of course, this battle is pretty much sparked off the death of Guan Yu in this game and onward. Yes, even 7 has it.
Numbers. Do not let down your guard. Look sharp, everyone! Forward, march!
And of course, in this game,
Shun will take command of this battle.
The base's defenses are
in this particular battle, actually, all you have to do is capture a few bases.
Everyone, commence an all-out attack!
Oh yeah, basically like that. Capture a few bases to start the fire attack. If you're Shu, you want to do your best to capture enough bases to prevent the fire attack from happening. Because if the fire attack happens, if you're Shu, my god, it will hurt your health. You'll probably lose some sort of health, but at the same time, your troops will be in danger of being defeated.
Overrun that base!
And of course, like in other games, Wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I meant to say like in most of the other battles, you cannot use tactics. And also, if you capture people, they will join your party.
Now! They will not get past us!
But there is one good thing. At least you don't have to worry about Lu Xun being defeated. The only person of interest you have to worry about is Sun Quan, and since I'm playing him, he's not going to be defeated so easily. But in 5 and 5 Extreme Legends, you have to worry about Lu Xun being defeated.
Control the base. Come.
You also have to worry about the fire attack not working. You also have to worry about the remaining Shu forces, and more importantly, when you chase Liu Bei in the maze, your map all of a sudden disappears. My god, that was a frustrating moment.
We control this base now.
Although you didn't have the problem of the maze, you still had, what was it called? Oh yeah. You still had the problem of the fire attack with your Shu. If you're Wu,
defeated.
you had to fight off Shu because Shu would bring their strongest soldiers and each of them would have buffs.
We must stop their assault. Hang on.
6, there's not much you could do with 6.
Yeah. Cut through the enemy ranks.
I mean, I haven't actually played 6, and 7 is much more better than what it is with 6.
Let's drive back the enemy forces.
Did I just say more better?
you think you could
Grammar Nazi! Anyway,
I've taken an enemy prisoner.
although you can't truly do that in the actual event in the game, here you can because this is free mode.
Such impressive.
Yeah. It's time to take that base.
And of course, having red hair is so much fun.
Let us go.
This is probably the only horse that I haven't shown off.
I've taken
but
an
red
enemy
hair is
prisoner.
really fast. And the funny thing is, that's the one thing 6 actually do, is make your horses goddamn strong. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come. Do you think you can stop me?
You honestly thought that 5 and 4 spoiled Lu Bu? My god, 6 spoiled him. He not only has his own card, the one and only, which makes him even more overpowered than what he already is. His horse is the strongest horse in the game, and it has fire elemental to top it off. My god, is he that powerful? Why does he need that much spoiling?
So you must be looking for...
Oh, but 7! Red hair looks freaking awesome!
Going to attack that base there.
And at the same time,
If they're so eager to die,
red hair
happy to have liked
also has fire attack in that game. But he looks like he did in... Red hair looked like he did in Dynasty Warriors Strike
We
Force.
control this base now.
With fire mane, and God forbid, it's big as a freaking non-man elephant. Sorry for the stuttering, folks.
It worked.
But,
All we need now is to charge the enemy. I shall show
yeah,
no
I'm
mercy.
just having a hard time trying to remember most of the stuff because I'm tired. I just woke up.
If they're so eager to die, they will...
But as you can see, on a different note, the flame attack actually worked.
Enemy officer defeated.
As a matter of fact,
We control this
as
base
you can
now.
also see, the enemy has been hit really hard, and they've lost half of their life.
That base is our goal. Let us go.
So now, most of the enemies who don't have double bars
Enemy officer defeated.
will be easier to defeat. Now if you're Shu, you and all your forces, like I said earlier,
Never hurts to be too flashy.
will
Target is
pretty
the
much
enemy
be
base.
hurt.
Forward.
And since this is an event battle, you don't have to worry about taking the main base.
Come.
You can, and it doesn't end the battle actually.
Underestimate the enemy.
it continues to battle, and at the same time, the battle won't end until Liu Bei has been defeated,
now.
or vice versa if Sun Quan has been defeated.
The enemy will learn not to mess with us.
So all that's left now is Liu Bei. Sorry, I was just having lagging issues.
Yeah, it's time to take that base.
It may not look it, but whenever you record, sometimes computer would lag, and it will make you look like a complete and total idiot in the final product. I've already mentioned this many times. But during this recording, it was like lagging and stopping.
Face me yet?
I'm out of strategy.
Well,
As long as the people
I just
are suffering,
annihilated
I shall
Liu
fight for
Bei,
them.
but still,
Enemy officer defeated.
I could have finished this earlier if the game wasn't, if the computer itself wasn't lagging. But nonetheless, I'm pretty much done with this battle. And at this point, this is the last part of the game. Sorry if I've stuttered a lot and had dead spots and ran out of things to say. And my god, did he get a boost or what? He just got a Musou, attack, and defense boost. He didn't really need all that shit. So I'm gonna save. And of course, this is the last event battle. And it will be available, just like all the other event battles, in free mode, provided you complete the Empires mode. And one last thing to show off too, and that is the gallery mode, or the archives if you will, and they show all sorts of pictures of officers that you happen to meet in Empires mode or recruit. Of course, you have to recruit them or have to use them as a ruler in order for to get their artwork. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but if you're playing Xbox 360, it is, if you're an achievement whore. This is the PS2, so it's not really that big of a deal. Also, you can actually go to movies, and if you play Dynasty Warriors 5 or 5 Extreme Legends, you can load all of the events and endings onto this particular game. Which, I like that about Dynasty Warriors. The Empire series, the whole entire series in general, from Dynasty Warriors 5 to Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires, I kind of like that. You can actually do whatever, you can actually upload whatever you want. But here, it basically is the endings. The different endings also depend on what you do in the Dynasty Warriors Empire mode. And as you can see, I managed to get almost all but 4 endings. 2 of which just happen to be the good ending, well, the benevolent ending, and the really horrible ending. There was something else I wanted to show off too. Not just that, the items. These are all the items that I went through all the hell and damnation and playing many playthroughs just to get. You have different harnesses from Red Hair, Shadow, Elephant Harness, Mammoth Harness, and Hexmark's Harness. And you have 4 different orbs, which I've shown off each and every one of them. And most of the items that I did not show off to you, as you can see, you have to run into these items by going through trades and capturing lands, or just trading techs. Yes, you can do that throughout the entirety of the Empire modes. I forgot to mention that, and it's really messed up that I did. But last but not least, the one thing that makes people interested in playing this game, Encyclopedia mode. You can actually sit through and read all of the events that happen from the Yellow Turban Rebellion all the way to the Rise of Jin. By the way, Dynasty Warriors 7, Jin Empire, those guys are some badasses. With the exception of Xiahou Ba. Okay, I take it back. Xiahou Ba is a badass too, in his own right, even though he sounds like Edward Elric. But yes, through Encyclopedia mode, you can actually find out the tale of the Three Kingdoms, as told by a Romance of the Three Kingdoms. But enough about this game. I've played this game to death. I've beaten this game within a half inch of its mouth, but I almost forgot something too. I needed to show off one more thing, and that is the elephants! That's right. This is the reason why I wanted to end this game so quickly. See, Sun Jian got his hands on Anonymous territories throughout the actual LP.
There are few troops here.
This particular this particular animal friend is the mammoth harness. It's stronger than the elephant harness, even though the elephant is slow. Once I get to the actual enemy, I'll show you just how powerful this enemy is. This elephant is. And the computer will use these things to trap you in the corner and constantly spam the actual charge attack, which does a hell of a lot of damage to you. These things are a pain in the ass. There's nothing else to be said.
You're going down.
And to be blunt, if you ever play a Musa, did you just see that? Look at this! Look at this!
Cannot let this moment pass us by.
I could just run through these fuckers and just one-shot them.
Follow me.
It's ridiculous. I just knocked my guy to half just by running into him. You see how powerful this thing is? And what's worse, it has a Musou attack. Of course, the elephant controls really, really slowly.
Won't be denied next time.
This thing is a freaking juggernaut. Oh, and if you increase your attack, of course the elephant is going to increase its attack too. So, enough about that. I can just pummel officers all I want with this thing. The fact of the matter is, the mammoth harness is a really, really broken harness. And the fact that it even has a Musou attack, and a very dangerous one, that is something you need to watch out for. Like I said, the computer will abuse this. It'll abuse it over and over and over again until either your character is dead or you actually get out the way and you somehow manage to get the officer off the elephant.
Your skills are without
But the fact remains, this particular mammal is just ugh. But nonetheless, I have enjoyed Dynasty Warriors 5 and Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends, and of course Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires. It is the best game in the actual series until 7 Empires decides to be shipped from Japan to America via Koei. But in the meantime, 6 tried to be as good as 5, but it failed in some aspects, and I will get on that. But 4, despite it being an innovative idea, it was too restrictive. 5 gave you so much freedom, and that is something that I truly enjoy. And more importantly, I definitely enjoy screwing over people with the elephant harness. It's always fun to use the elephant harness and have the elephant harness used against you. And of all the joy and happiness that I've had with this game, I'm going to go back and beat it all over again. Just because I can. After all, it took me maybe a few hours just to take out the whole entirety of China. But at the same time, just gaining experience, it's pretty fun. And a word of advice to Koei and G4. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about. See, whenever you make fun of a Koei game, that just makes you look bad, because all you basically think about is the fact that you repeatedly button mash. True, you repeatedly button mash, but guess what? It's a hack and slash. It's made for button mashing. You don't diss Streets of Rage, do you? No, you don't. You definitely don't diss Final Fight for repeatedly pushing buttons, yet you diss this entire series. Seriously, IGN, G4, get off of it. Well, that's it, folks. I'm pretty much done with the Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires, and in the next... Well, actually, there is no next episode of this game. I'm going to take all the money I took from the peasants, and I hear Japan, feudal Japan anyway, is having problems deciding who will unify the land. Well, let me make their decision for them, because in the next episode, I'm playing Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. Why did I just say next episode? This is RVMan985. See you guys in Samurai Warriors 2 Empires.